Good morning. Good morning. My name is Jennifer Town,
Remember,
and we have our coffee this morning. And I'm actually using a very special cup. This is a group that I'm coaching with. It's called Ultra, and I was curious what is Ultra, and it's stretching, going beyond our ordinary things. So we're learning, we are growing, and this cup just reminds me to go Ultra, meaning stretch, do hard things, show up every day. So we have to acknowledge we are apologize. We are late today. We had difficulty. We had technical difficulties.
Yeah.
And the sun is right on our face, and we could not get this thing going. That's why we have to go ultra, because sometimes things just don't go the way we plan. So we have been sharing about stories that heal. And if you've missed any episode, please check it out. Our first guest was Monica. Last week we had Clay, and we are here today to just share with you the benefits of sharing stories that heal. Darlene, tell us more about that. Well, I had just some light in here.
Yeah, so we're really excited. It's always amazing to hear stories, and like Jen said, I encourage you to go listen to the stories that have been shared already. And as we share stories, it is so amazing when you share a story how it helps in the healing process, and when you keep sharing it and hearing other people hear you, connect with other people, and it's powerful. So I like our groups, and when we have a group that we share, when people share with each other, there is so much power in that connection, and there's healing in that connection. When there's a safe place, when we put our heart with ears on, and just listen to people and share, it's a very healing experience.
I love that. Like last week, as we were watching Clay share the story, you could tell these emotions coming out, right? And after our interview, he said he felt a sense of relief. So most times we like to keep it in us, and we miss that idea of having a sense of relief. So if you're out there and you have a story, please connect with us, because something powerful is happening with the people who are sharing their stories.
Yeah.
Okay, so last week we shared a few reasons we need to share our stories that heal, and that one was the emotional release, the validation and connection. Darlene, remind me the other one.
The honoring.
Honoring our loved ones. I do for
That was yours.
right. It was so good. So those three things, and today we just want to add two or three. And I wrote down, when you share a story that heals, it motivates and breaks down societal. So I cannot even say that word. Societal stigmas.
Yeah.
There are some stories, society, there's a stigma around it, and we can all name a few where there's stigma around it. However, when we share with others, we actually break down those stigmas.
Yeah, we do. Another thing that happens when we share is we find out what we've been thinking that may be not correct or is maybe harming us. I was just listening to a podcast this morning about that guilt. So often when somebody passes away or we have a loss, we think we haven't done enough to and sometimes we feel guilty. So I know when my mom died, I felt like we didn't do enough advocating for her, and there was things that we didn't do, and sometimes I would feel guilty about that. But what I learned in about this podcast, or what we're learning, is once you can actually express that that's the way you feel, then you can actually, people can input you. Because the one thing I really learned in this podcast about guilt is when we had an intent to harm. And so when we might do things that we just didn't do, or we don't think we did enough, or maybe we weren't there when but another common one is that you're not there when the person is actually passes away, right? So you might have gone out. I remember when my mother-in-law passed away, we had gone out to have lunch, and then she passed away. And so it could be that we could express it as guilt that we weren't there. But really reframing that, if you did not mean to harm that person, then it's not guilt. It could be regret, but we often carry that guilt around when it's right, when it could be life-giving when we can let that go and just say that was regret. That wasn't we didn't intend to harm anyone. Mm-hmm. So that's just one example. When we share stories, the things we can get input from other people and we can get a different perspective, and that might set us free from some of the things we carry around with us.
So good, darling. So good. So if you're out, we know you're out there. Please share with your friends and family. If someone has a story to share, sharing is caring. So connect with us and let's hear your story, because by sharing your story, you will change someone's life somewhere. And we are excited because next week we have another guest, another powerful story. And we just want to thank you for all the people who are coming, who are signing up to be our guests and sharing their stories that heal. Because at the end of this season, this session, there will be a gift. There's a gift that's gonna happen, and all our friends will know why we're doing these stories that heal. There's a gift coming, and this is not a season till end of December where we're just sharing stories that heal, and it has changed my life. It is an honor to listen to your stories, and if you're out there and you want to connect with us, please do. We'll share a link, and let's continue sharing. So please don't miss next week, because we have another amazing story that heal. Yeah. And before we conclude this morning with our coffee, we have an announcement. I love announcement. Remember, it's all about stretching this month. We have an announcement, and we are so excited about this. So when we started, anyway, I'll let Darlene say it, because she will say it way better than I will, because I get too excited about this thing.
Well, we're really excited. We started daily nuggets, so those dailies. So Jen has been faithfully sharing. So I think it's 5 days a week that she shares those. And we've had lots of people subscribing, and we're so excited about those people who have joined us and have been becoming part of our community. And some of those are the ones that are sharing stories with us, and we're so excited. So if you haven't subscribed yet to the dailies, please do. And then those people who subscribe, we're going to have a special event. We're going to have a time where we can build more community. We're going to invite you to a online event. It is going to be how to move beyond loss, and it's going to be lots of questions, answers. It's where you can come and share your information and get more information, and it's going to happen on November 28th.
Correct.
At 6:30.
Yes.
Make sure we have our dates. But so if you would like to be part of that and just have some more connection, and if you'd really like to be encouraged and inspired by the dailies, please subscribe. You can go to our website and subscribe. It'll pop up and you can subscribe, or if we maybe can put the link on after we get off, we'll put the link on where you can just go and subscribe. So we really encourage you to do that and be part of our community, and have a time where you can ask questions and you can kind of process what's going on. Did I miss anything?
You are so good. You're right on. And we are looking forward. We are looking forward, because it's going to just be a private place where you will walk away with some valuable, practical tools on how to deal with emotional pain of loss. And we love to say that when we talk about emotional pain of loss, not just loss of a loved one, we are talking about loss. And every time we experience loss, there's grief. And so we'll give you practical tools that you can take home, and it will be a private Zoom. So if you know someone who could benefit, it's actually free, because we love what we do. It will be free. We'll give you, if you know somebody who would benefit from this, please send us a message. We'll send them the link. They'll connect with us, and it will be powerful. So excited. So thank you. It's just amazing
Mhm.
to be part of this community, to be growing and to learn together. So until next Wednesday, please stay tuned for our next guest, because stories that heal do create connection. Take care.